What is up? What is up? Hi y'all, I am so freaking excited. One, my car is my safe space, okay? And I got a camera holder. Yep, I had another one, but it did not age well. It literally melted. I had it on my window and it literally melted and it wouldn't hold my stuff up. And so I got this new one and I was like, I'm going to Ulta, might as well bring y'all along with me and test this bad boy out. So this is not a sponsor ad, okay? I bought this with my own money. So let's see what this is about. Okay, so I got it, but it's too heavy for the camera. Let me see. Let me see what it's looking like with the phone. Let's see. Because if it works with the phone and it's not too heavy, because that's the thing, that's the problem. It's always too heavy. Let's see. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a little close to my face, I feel like. It's cool. I like it. Okay. I could turn it around. Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. Okay, y'all. I'm about to switch the view. So, what's up, y'all? Okay. Cool. So you guys are a little closer to my face, but it's all right. It's okay. It's cool. So while I'm on the way, I wanted to talk to you guys about high maintenance and low maintenance relationships. Ooh, I got a lot to say. First and foremost, I just want to say, if you don't like water by itself, friend, I just want to remind you, I'm never gonna sit here and talk and or preach about something that I haven't lived through or I haven't experienced, okay? Me personally, I think you should do the best for you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to surround yourself with low maintenance, by all means, go ahead. You know, one time somebody said that I was a high maintenance friend. And that hurt my feelings. I was like, what? I was like, but the way that she made it sound like it was like a really crappy thing. And it's not. I love it. Let me tell you why. When I think of friendships, some of the things that I expect, and I feel like it's almost a requirement, it's communication, mutual effort, and loyalty. Oh my goodness. Yes, ma'am. Real quick, I want to clarify communication. When I say communicate, this does not mean we're going to be talking every day or every few days, but more so, if there's something that I did that bothered you, you have the confidence to come and tell me instead of creating scenarios in your mind. If we make plans and you're not going to make it, having the courtesy of telling me and communicating, hey, I'm not going to make it. Things like that. I feel like I have definitely allowed a lot of relationships that have disrespected me in the sense that they don't feel that they owe me any communication. And when I try to bring things up, now it's basis for them to start an argument, and it's like, no. So there was definitely a moment in my life where I was the distant friend, and I was so okay with it. Like, I was so cool if we didn't talk for 6-8 months and we randomly caught up one day and it was like nothing happened and woo, that was great. Yes, like I was that friend. That was cool being that friend. But you know what I started realizing? When I had that distant friendship with every friend in my circle, dude, I felt so lonely. Genuinely felt so lonely because I didn't feel safe, nor did I feel comfortable with the idea of like, I haven't talked to this person in months, but I'm gonna call them up and just vent and cry about my problems, and then we're not gonna talk again for another 6 months, and then something's gonna happen to one of us, and then we're gonna talk. Like, dude, I didn't want that. And so I had to start learning how to make a consistent effort and just be like sending messages like, hey, how are you doing? Hey, what's up? And the way that made such a change in my relationships, wow. So many of my friends, dude, on random days, they would be like, dude, you don't know how much I needed this message. I didn't know that, but I was just like, I wonder what my friend's doing, you know? Like, I wasn't waiting for something to happen for them to reach out and be like, Kim, this is going on to me, and then me find a reason to be a friend. I was just like, you're my friend, I miss you, like, what's going on? And that's why I always make such an emphasis on it's the small details. Like, I always hear this constant argument of like, oh my God, like, I don't have time to sit here all day and text somebody back every single second of every single day to tell them what I'm doing, like I'm blah 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 blah. And it's like, dude, that's understandable. Like, nobody's asking that of you. Like, and if they are, that's weird, you know? Because again, I'm saying, dude, like, we all have lives. Like, there are some friends that I can talk to on ends on day, and then there's other friends who are gonna take 2 to 3 business days to reply back. And at some point, I'm like, I'm just gonna call and or FaceTime them because it's quicker, because I know, like, hey, texting is not for them. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you have to learn how to be graceful. You have to learn how to give people grace and learn to meet them where they are. Because I feel like sometimes too, people get so butthurt and they'll be like, oh my God, like, they haven't made an effort, they haven't talked to me, or blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, dude, like, are they going through something? You know, I've definitely been that hurt friend, because I'm like, bro, what the heck? And then I would reach out and they would be like, oh my God, like, all this is going on. And then I have to be like, oh shit, like, I'm not the center of the universe. Like, I'm not as important to other people as I think I am. And that's honestly the truth. Like, dude, at the end of the day, people are not thinking like, oh my God, can I do this, or what is Kim gonna think of me? Is that what? No, they're living their life. Like, I'm a friend, I'm there, and vice versa. Like, I don't go out throughout my day thinking in my, like, if I get this bag of chips, like, blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just do it because it's my life and I like it. Oh my God, I keep getting hot and cold. I'm like Katy Perry. But honestly, I think that's the thing. That's one thing that's wrong with the States. It's the culture of individualism, because a lot of people grow up with that mentality of, I have to do it by myself, I have to do it by my own. And that's not true. Like, dude, as humans, we are literally social creatures. Like, we are meant to be in community. We thrive within community. So it's not abnormal for you to feel sad or feel depressed or feel distant when you don't have that community, when you don't have that. I feel like we normalize so much that shouldn't be normalized, that what isn't normal is our normal, and what's abnormal is normal. A lot of people will sit there and be upset that somebody wants to be in constant relationship with them, because they're like, I have all this and blah 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 and all this going on in my life, like, why do you think I have time for you? Like, I've seen it. I've been reading some of these people's like threads and how they think, and it's like, damn, you're really mad, like, you're really upset. But you know what's the crazy thing? If you go to another country, every time I've gone to Europe, I always see people walking around in packs. When I talk to people, like family members that grew up outside of the country, they'll talk about how they grew up all in like the same pueblo, knowing the same people from generations. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody has a constant relationship with each other, and is literally in constant like community with each other. Unlike here, dude, the States doesn't like really have that. For me, okay, I'm talking about me, my opinion. I feel so much more fulfillment. I feel so much more happiness. I feel so much more better with my friendships where they are now than the friendships I've had in the past, now that I've learned how to constantly sow into those relationships, how to sow more like effort and time, and not think that, oh, I can pass by being an acquaintance. Like, there's levels to it, dude. And I feel like that's eso también. In the States, people are so scared to be like, that's an acquaintance or that's a friend. And that's something that I'm learning too, because I'm always like, oh, well, they're like blah blah, they're nice, and I met them here, like, oh, they could be a friend. But no, dude, like, some people are acquaintances, and honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being an acquaintance. But I feel like once you learn how to identify, like, is this a friend, is this acquaintance, or is this whatever, then you also learn how to sow the appropriate amount without overextending yourself, without depleting yourself in the name of like friendship or love. Because dude, again, acquaintances are not bad. I have some people who are acquaintances, so they're not a part of like my main friend group, but I still have so much love and respect for them. I could sit with them years, months from them, sit down with them, and we're gonna have a great conversation, and we're gonna have great chemistry because there's no hate there. It's love. But likewise, I'm not part of like their main friend group, so maybe they don't feel the need to constantly be like, hey Kim, how are you? Hey Kim, this. And that's okay, because I have my main friend group. Dude, también, honestamente, I cannot have like 20 best friends. I just don't have the energy, dude. Like, I do not. Like, I love the friends that I have and the amount of friends that I have, because I could be texting like certain people all day, and then I'll text other people all day. Like, you know, like my energy goes flowing around. That's why it's so important to be able to understand what a person is to you, because I definitely have been in situations where, because I consider somebody a friend, I'll go above and beyond, dude, and I deplete myself because I'm such a giving person, and I have to be able to like set limits with myself too. I am very much a type of person where it's quality over quantity. Like, I do not care to have the whole entire world be my best friends. Like, I have my girls who I know are my girls, and those are the girls that, like, when it comes down to it, dude, I'm gonna go the extra mile. I will be FaceTiming them. I will be calling them. I will constantly be like, hey, how you doing, amiga? Hey, what's going on, friend? Like, hey, how you doing? Because I'm like, mutual effort, back and forth, back and forth. To somebody, they'll probably be like, girl, why is she calling? Oh my God, why is she texting me again? Why is she sending me a TikTok? Like, to some, I might be overwhelming, but to my friends, they love me and I love them. You know, everybody is different. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with being a low maintenance friend, and there's nothing wrong with being a high maintenance friend, because again, it's your life, girl. Do what it is that you want to do. Overall, with this capitalistic culture, I hope that you never normalize not having community. I think that's a lie. Like, yes, we're overworked, and yes, everybody's going through something, but I strongly, strongly believe that everybody should have community around them. So yeah, friend, whether you're low maintenance,